Welcome to Wellness Quarters, where wellness lives. My name is Gayle Nowak. I'm your host, Wellness for All expert leader, and communication and emotional wellness coach. The Wellness Universe is thrilled to bring you this inspiring interview series with our members as part of the Wellness for All program. We bring experiences like this to you because we believe happy, healthy, and healed humans lead to peace globally. Join us here on the second Tuesday of each month at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and the fourth Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for a 15-minute session filled with insightful interviews and practical wellness tips from top professionals in the wellness universe. Whether you're seeking inspiration or actionable advice to enhance your well-being, Wellness Quarters is your go-to destination for support on your journey to a healthier, happier life. This pay what you can donation based program is supported by generous viewers like you. If you'd like to donate, you can do that now. You can do that after we're done or anytime in the future. And I will pop a link in the chat to make that happen for you. And I also want to give a special thanks to everyone who has already donated. At the end of the show, you'll also see a pop up to leave a rating and review. We're grateful for yours as it helps Wellness Quarters reach more people seeking tools and practices to optimize their well being. So today, I'm excited to be speaking with Anna Pereira about her number one tool for life. Anna is the esteemed Chief Executive Officer of the Wellness Universe, which, if you don't know, is an influential platform dedicated to bridging the gap between health and wellness providers and individuals seeking personal growth and improvement. With a profound commitment to empowering individuals, Anna strives to unleash their true potential and facilitate positive transformations. Her visionary leadership has led to the creation of this unique and unparalleled wellness resource, serving as an oasis for individuals seeking encouragement, support, love, inspiration, education, advice, and trusted products. Welcome, Anna. Oh, you're on mute. There you go.
There I am. Hi, Gayle. Great to be here. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. And I really am excited to hear about your number one tool for life. However, before we go there, I have a sense that you have had an experience or maybe multiple experiences that led you to create the wellness universe and inspired you to focus on empowering individuals specifically in their wellness journeys. Do I have that right?
Absolutely. And I love sharing this story because sometimes I sprinkle it in to when I get messages out there, but sometimes I really don't have a chance to go back to what inspired you. People ask me, how did you start? And that's kind of
Yeah.
here. But what inspired you? And I'd love to share more about that. Do you have
Yeah,
a few minutes?
please. I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear your story on that.
Thank you. So I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur, but I'm a creator. So I've been a creative person, like in the literal sense, where I've been an artist and I had my own clothing line and I've had jewelry collections and all of these things that I actually create with my hands. And I also create with my mind. I love to write. I love to create things that are intellectual property types of things. And way back when I first got married, I started a Facebook page for a jewelry collection that I had, and that actually connected me to the network of healers, practitioners, counselors, guides, teachers, people making the world a better place. And we were doing this networking so we can share each other's memes, inspirational memes on our Facebook pages. And my Facebook page grew organically from just the start out of a page to like 50,000 to 100,000 to 350,000. And then that it struck a chord in me. I'm like, you know what? I was traumatized by having one of my businesses because I had shut myself in. And I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit, but when I had my clothing line, I was operating out of the basement of my home here. I live between New Jersey and Portugal. I was operating out of my basement here. I had my own clothing line. It was a couture customized clothing line and I would customize t-shirts for women, and it was about empowering them or personalizing t-shirts for them with Swarovski crystals and airbrushing them and hand painting them and hand screening them. So it was really cool. I loved what I did, but I really isolated myself because to perform my duties for my business. And I didn't have many people around me as a peer network. This was before Facebook, mind you. This is before social media. The internet was up and running. I had a website, but there weren't all of these spaces in place. Like MySpace, I never got into MySpace. And if you're, hello, I'm old. MySpace was like the first like social platform where people started becoming friends. Twitter was actually the first one. But what really inspired me after I got through that trauma of operating alone and being alone all the time and not having a network of support, because either the people who loved me, they just cheered me on and they didn't understand what I was doing. And the people that didn't understand what I was doing, but loved me, and they're just like, why don't you just quit already? Like I remember doing a job for an event company. I had to do like 90 shirts for gift bags. I had like 4 hours sleep in 3 days because the shirt order came late, and then I had to customize all these shirts. I recruited one of my clients and my best friend to come over and help me do all the shirts, all the crystals, all through the night. We were driving into Manhattan at 7 a.m. in the morning to deliver these shirts. So like, I understand what it is to be all alone. So that is really what really inspired me to create the Wellness Universe, to create that peer network and that support network, while that network in and of itself was serving the world to be a better place because those people are all, we call them wellnesspreneurs, as you are part of this network, Gayle, right?
Yeah.
And everyone who's part of the Wellness Universe is doing something to make the world a better place. And that's how I was inspired to do it, because of my own journey of being alone and isolated, but yet being inspired and to keep going, and just the need for the people of my like to be around me. And then seeing the need of the niche now that I was entering into, wellness and motivation and inspiration, because by the way, my Facebook page ended up going to over 700,000 fans organically because of that network and the sharing. But the Wellness Universe was created out of the human beings that I was networking with.
Wow. So this is the first time I'm hearing this story, and so many things are clicking into place for me. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I mean, one of the things that I know as a member of the Wellness Universe is just how supportive this community is, and the warmth and the support and the leadership here, and the collaboration and community. And how do you cultivate that sense of belonging and trust within this community? And why do you think that that's so essential for, we heard a little bit about why it's so essential as an entrepreneur. How about for personal transformation?
Oh my God, Gayle, honestly. And okay, I know you're the host of this show, but let's talk woman to woman right now, right? Like, you can call me if you have like something going on, or you can make an appointment to make a new friend out of the Wellness Universe. And then once you're friends with somebody that's in our network, those relationships, like we text each other, we are connected. This is not a directory online of practitioners. We are a real
Right.
support network for each other, and the growth, not just through engaging with each other, but through the projects that we create. For example, our book projects, when we do our retreats in person, this sometimes pushes some of our leaders to a new edge, and they experience a lot of self-growth, but we all know we got each other's back here. And that's what makes us so different. And I think that you cannot create a culture overnight, and you can't write it out. You have to live it, and you have to be in it over time, and the culture is created. And that's what we do here. We create this culture of inclusivity. We create a culture of collaboration. We create a culture of growth. We create a culture of, here, let me take your hand. You're a little nervous to be an author? Don't worry about it. You never wrote in a book before? Don't worry about it. Come, we'll show you. We'll show you how to do it, and you'll be a #1 best-selling author, because we have your back. So how you do it? 10 years, Gayle, 10 years it took to get here, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. And that, from my perspective, I see a lot of authenticity, right? I mean, before we went live and we're hanging out in the green room, we're talking about, I still get a little nervous about this. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about you specifically, and all of the members of the Wellness Universe that I've been connected with, that I've collaborated with. It's, we're real people, and we're real people. We're authentic people. We're not afraid to get a little vulnerable with each other. I literally reached out to, I collaborate on another show through Wellness Universe Connections. And, I was kind of having a personal thing come up yesterday, and I was just like, hey guys, this is what's going on. Pray for me, pray for this. And yeah, just the outpouring of support. It's really an amazing for I think the thing that really stands out for me is that we're all over the world, and yes, we connect online, but there's a lot happening beyond the online piece. And I think that that's really impressive, because I think, when you're a digital platform, when you're online, it's very easy to lean on the digital platform piece versus really coming together and building those authentic connections with each other. So I just think that that's beautiful. So let's hear it. Let's hear about your number one tool, because I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh, I have more questions, but we've got to make sure we get that tool in first.
All right. So as you know, we're on our 5th book. This is so exciting. So the Wellness Universe Guide to Complete Self-Care series, we've released 4 books where each one has a theme. This book that we're working on now, which actually some of our amazing authors are right here in the room with us. If you're an author, just say, I'm in it. I'm in the book. Just post it there. And please, everyone, connect with our authors. Please connect with our authors. Authors, I would love for you to share your Wellness Universe URL, because I would love for people to connect with you. It's basically a 10-year anniversary layered with a book, the 5th book that's going to be a bestseller. And I wanted this to be like, what can we give people? Like, if we had just one thing and we were like on passing trains, what would be that one thing that we can give someone that literally would change their life? What would be that one piece of life advice that worked for us? And honestly, I could sum up my best piece of life advice. I can write it out as a big, long tool, but I just gave it in a little paragraph in my book. Ask for help. No matter where you go, there's always someone to help you. There's always help around. And if just for a moment, we could just stop and say, I need help here. You can create so much ease, so much flow, so much self-growth, so much opportunity for yourself, and you're giving someone else the gift to be of service. So it works for 2 people when you're asking for help, especially when you're doers. And I know a lot of us here in this room, we are service-minded people. We are doers. We are people pleasers. We want to make things happen, and we end up taking on the brunt of everything all by ourselves all the time. Just ask for help. And I want to give credit to a blind motivational speaker my company, who invested in a wonderful day of a retreat, a team building day. They brought this motivational speaker in, and he was a blind man. And people would say to him, basically, how dare you go out there on your own? Like, what do you think you're doing? Like, you can get killed on the street. And he's like, why? I just step off the train, or I step off the bus, and I ask somebody for help if I need it. So really, that's where I learned that from. And that shifted my mind. And that was in between me having my businesses and running a $15 million division for that company. And that's when I had that mind shift. And I was in my mid-30s before I realized, asking for help. Oh no. That's my number one.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I love that. It's such a simple piece of advice, and it's a simple tool, and yet so many people struggle. I think it was Jeanette who said, a lot of people think of it as a sign of weakness, and I know that was the case for me. It's so funny that you bring this up, because I recently wrote an article about asking for help and how it's actually a strength. It's a strength, and it's not only for you, it's for the other person, because there are so many people who are cheering you on, who want to support you, and if they don't know how, then it's sort of a wasted opportunity
Mhm.
for you to receive and for you to give. So I love that. I love that piece of advice, and I love the story behind it too. That's great.
Thank you.
So, oh my gosh, we're at 3:15. Okay, so looking ahead, what is your vision for Wellness Universe? What's coming up? How do you see things evolving to support individual and collective well-being and growth?
Oh, Gail, what a great question. 2025 is going to be a real doozy of a year, for lack of words. It's going to be our 10-year celebration. So we have a big event planned, more to be disclosed on that soon. But we're also going to be releasing that book. And we have a page for you to learn more about that book so you can enroll. And also, you get a free gift by learning when we're going to launch the book, just by signing up for that. So the 25 Tools for Life is going to be released in January. That's going to be huge. And then we're also finally bringing back Soul Treat once again. That's our in-person live retreat. And also we're expanding our community. So we're looking for more members who are people who really want to contribute to the world in a bigger way, and are also looking to embrace a warm family-like community of peers that they can grow with. So those are really some of the top of mind things that are coming up at the Wellness Universe.
Awesome. That's so exciting. I'm so glad that Soul Treat's coming back. The books are fabulous collaborations and opportunities for, getting the word out there, and working together and learning about all the different members in the Wellness Universe, but also, great opportunities for visibility, and so exciting to be celebrating the 10th anniversary for Wellness Universe. And yeah, I just love that we've been able to have this conversation today, Anna. I know you were so dynamic and have so much on your plate. So thank you for sharing the time and the space and the energy with us today. I popped those links into the chat for the book 25 Tools for Life, how to be in upcoming books, and also how to join and connect with Anna. So thanks again to everyone who is joining us live and watching the replay. We'd love to see you for our next show on Tuesday, November 12th at 5 p.m. with Desiree Shirini for our conversation about the power of thoughts. Until then, be well, everyone.
Thanks, Gail.
Thank you, Anna.